host in Anaheim. Falcons at the Rams. Falcons relieved to have Chris Miller back. Didn't look good last Sunday, but his knee okay. Early on, the rookie Steve Broussard hurt the Rams. Turns the corner for a big 14-yard pickup. Then Washington State alum makes some nifty moves here on this 18-yard run. Atlanta led early on a Greg Davis field goal, 3-0. Falcons special teams getting the act. Keith English, hey, better not punt it. Well, I better not go anywhere. That play would set up Chris Miller, who looks for Floyd Dixon and finds him. Nice diving catch, 5-yard touchdown. Atlanta led the Rams 10-0. Big play in the second quarter. Rams have 4th and inches. Appears that Cleveland Gary is stopped. For the third time in the drive, the Falcons jumped off sides. And a play later, they paid for it. Cleveland Gary, let's get him go. 23 yards. The lead is down to 10-7. Jim Everett, after a woeful start, gets it going to the second quarter. Charles Dimry helps. Here he pulls down Flipper Anderson. Yeah, the flags come from all around. It was flag day. After a penalty backed up the Rams, Everett to Aaron Cox. Hit by Scott Case, and he can hit you, but he hangs on. John Robinson squad up 20-10 at the half. Miller comes out gunning in the second half. Looking for guess who? Andre Bad Moon Rising. 71-yard bomb. He strolls in. 20-17. Rams lead down to 3. 161 yards receiving, a little argument, and a pair of touchdowns for Rising. But Everett stayed hot. Henry Ellard, 15 yards. Buford McGee, crossing pattern, 13 yards. Then back to Ellard. 35-yard bomb. Ellard passes. Elroy, crazy legs hurt as the Rams' all-time leader in yardage. Now has 6,311. Receiving yardage, of course. Everett keeps gunning. They call him Flipper. 37 yards to Flipper Anderson. Dimry is burned, and after the slow start, Everett throws for 302 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the Rams go on to beat the Atlanta Falcons 44-24. Everett 25 of 38, and the 3 touchdowns there for him. Cleveland Gary had 102 yards rushing and a pair of TDs. We shouldn't be...
The New York Giants have been playing football for 65 years, and this season they are off to their best start ever. Matt Barr's 40-yard field goal as time expired lifted New York past Phoenix 20-19, giving the Giants a perfect record of 6-0. The league's only other unbeaten team remained that way as the team of the 80s turned in a win over the team of the 70s. San Francisco used this unbelievable kickoff muff by Steelers rookie Barry Foster to set up one score and a fumble that set up another to go on and pound Pittsburgh 27-7. Philadelphia went into Washington with the 4th best offense in the league, but the Redskins defense rose to the occasion by knocking the Eagles down 87 yards below their average for a 13-7 victory. Rams wide receiver Henry Ellard became the team's all-time leader in receiving yards with a 35-yard TD catch in the third quarter, just one of 3 Jim Everett scoring passes in a 44-24 win over Atlanta. Speaking of L.A., Bo is back and making his presence known for the silver and black. In his first game back after ending his season with the Royals, the 2 sports stars scored twice on the ground to lead the Raiders to a 24-9 win over the Chargers. Just the opposite results of Bo's team for another back who made his season debut. With his holdout situation settled, Eric Dickerson ran through a chorus of boos on his first carry, despite passing O.J. Simpson for 6th place on the NFL's all-time rushing list. His 55-yard total on the afternoon wasn't enough, as John Elway passed for over 300 yards and 2 scores to help Denver snap a 3-game losing skid with a 27-17 win over the Colts. Kansas City failed to keep pace in the West and fell to 4-3 after being dropped by the Seahawks. Seattle's D canceled a critical KC drive, and Norm Johnson kicked 4 field goals in the 19-7 final. The Bills moved into a tie with Miami atop the AFC East with their 3rd straight come-from-behind victory. Jim Kelly threw 4 TD passes, including one to Jamie Mueller with only 19 seconds remaining to rally Buffalo by the Jets 30-27. The Cowboys rallied to top Tampa Bay and remain one of 8 teams that have never lost to the Buccaneers. Troy Aikman hit Michael Irvin with 23 seconds remaining, lifting Dallas to a 17-13 victory. Lorenzo White ran for 1 touchdown and caught a pass for a second score as Houston beat New Orleans 23-10, snapping the Saints' NFL record-tying streak of 13 consecutive victories against AFC teams.
Long count, Esiason. No. Boy, that ball was well thrown.
why they call him the First Amendment with hips.
79 yards.
Well, all you have to do to give a guy like Sanders, who's got marvelous athletic skills, is just a couple of blocks, because he can do a lot by himself. He's going to outrun maybe 3 or 4 guys. So if you can just block the first 2 or 3, you have a chance.
He has got some talent. And the score mounts to 24-7 as Greg Davis hammers it home. Atlanta winning big. We'll be back after this. It comes.
Cowboys on the brink of defeat. The Birds came back late in the game to win by 1. Whether it's by 1 or 100, it goes in the books under the W column. The Eagles get their 6th straight win over Dallas. First quarter from roof cam. Eagles in green from 10 yards out. Randall Cunningham looks to his right and finds Anthony Toney. The Birds went up 7-0. On the sidelines, Jeff Fisher asking his defense to tighten up. With that in mind and Dallas driving, Troy Aikman threw this first half pass right into the chest of safety Wes Hopkins. The defense held up. And Jimmy Johnson was up to his ears in a temper tantrum. Back to Hopkins. Wes had a big day. Fourth quarter, Hopkins on a red dog blitz. Aikman was ruled down at the 2-yard line. The Cowboys had to punt, which led to a drive by the Birds, a drive that was capped when Heath Sherman got the football and broke 4 tackles on his way to a 19-yard score, 14-6. But Dallas wasn't done. The Birds were getting killed by Jay Novacek. The Dallas tight end caught 7 passes for 105 yards. The TD capped a 4-play, 64-yard drive that cut the Eagles' lead to 14-13. A very busy fourth. Dallas would get in scoring position again when they broke through and blocked a Jeff Thiegels punt. Moments later, rookie Emmitt Smith got the call, and Smith scrambled 3 yards right up the middle to give the Cowboys the lead late in the fourth at 20-14. And oh, buddy, it did not look good. The Dallas faithful were ready to put it in the books. But Randall Cunningham would write another chapter in the Eagles' come-from-behind saga. The Birds would march 85 yards in 13 plays. Randall rushed for 53 yards on 9 carries. Timeout Eagles. 44 seconds to go from 10 yards out. Cunningham again, this time to the end zone. The high toss would be caught by Calvin Williams. That was it. Eagles 21, Dallas 20. The Birds beat their first division opponent. They are 3-4, Dallas 3-5. Buddy looked like Jesse Owens. He sprints out of Texas Stadium with a 1-point win. No matter how you get it, a win. Now as we rock and roll the highlights. The Giants have danced their way to a 7-0 record. New York in blue against the Redskins. Stan Humphries was picked off 3 times in the game. This one by Everson Walls, and he's gone for the touchdown. Boy, did that hurt. The Giants won it 21-10. Cleveland in white at San Francisco. Backup Mike Pago for the Browns found Ozzie Newsome with 1:10 left in the game. It was all tied up at 17, but Coach Bud Carson watched Montana engineer a drive which was capped with a 45-yard field goal by Mike Kofer with seconds to play. San Francisco 7-0. They won 2017. Cardinal quarterback Tim Rosenball was kind of upset, maybe because Neil Anderson for the Bears in black ran for a pair of touchdowns. The Bears are 6-1 after beating Phoenix 31-21. Some think it's the year of the Buffalo. The Bills in white met the hapless Patriots. Buffalo remains tied for the AFC East lead at 6-1. New England 1-6 and at the vet next week, 27-10 Buffalo. In Indianapolis, Jack Trudeau went down against the Dolphins, torn knee ligament. Jeff George, bruised knee. It hurt so bad, everybody left. Good enough for me. Miami provided the real bang, winning 27-7. Heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield was in the House of Pain watching the Oilers in blue take on the Jets. Warren Moon goes down for the count on this play and loses the ball. The Jets recovered and delivered the knockout punch. New York 17-12. Don Majkowski was trying to fire his teammates up in Milwaukee, where the Packers in green hosted the Vikings. It worked. Defensive end Sean Patterson kept his eye on the ball, then wrapped his arm around it for a score. The Vikes lose their 5th straight, 24-10 Green Bay. Detroit at New Orleans. The Saints have the ball, but not for long. Reuben Mays looked to be on his way, then just like that, they were going the other way. Jimmy Williams picked up the loose ball, then he picked up some blocking. See ya! Detroit slammed the Saints 27-10, the final score. Ray Perkins had his Tampa Bay team in San Diego. For the Chargers, quarterback Freddie Joe Tolliver decides that it's Miller time. Tolliver to Anthony Miller for the touch. Marion Butts with 3 touchdowns. The Chargers touched up Tampa 41-10. One other game to bring you up to date on: the Bengals and Falcons in Atlanta tonight. Jerry Glanville and the Falcons on primetime TV, and his primetime player Deion Sanders for Atlanta in black was shining on the punt return for the national audience. Sanders found a hole, then he found a little mustard to go with the hot dog, and Deion dogged the Bengals special teams with a 79-yard return for a touchdown. Atlanta rolled 38-17, the final score.